Where did you go on the day that you landed? Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. I want to tell you about a new trick that USCIS has been pulling. We've been seeing this in probably 4 or 5 denials just in the last 2 weeks. These aren't cases that we filed. These are cases that come to us through our Immigration Answer Show or people that want our help, maybe refiling or applying for the again. And when we're doing that, we take a look at the denial notice, and it seems that USCIS is now going all the way back to your non-immigrant visa interview. They're saying, where did you say you were going to come stay in the United States? What was the purpose of your trip? Why were you coming? And they're verifying whether you did what you said you were going to do. In other words, let's say that somebody applies for a student visa and they say, I'm going to go to school in El Paso, Texas. But when they get to America, they go to Chicago, Illinois, and they move in with their girlfriend. So this is something that happens from time to time, and USCIS has now gotten much more tough on these kinds of cases. They're denying it and saying that that's a misrepresentation, that if you say you're coming to the United States for one reason and that you're going to one place, and then you go to a different place, usually it's to a boyfriend or girlfriend's house, but there are other examples that we've been seeing where people just never go to the school that they say they're going to do. USCIS is cracking down on that. They're saying that you made a misrepresentation either at the border when you came through customs or at the embassy when you got your non-immigrant visa. And so we've been seeing them doing a lot of work on this. We've seen them go and visit the places that you said that you were staying and verifying that you never stayed there. They're going to see where you now say that you went. They're looking at your application and it says, well, what were your address for the last 5 years? And the address that you said that you started living at when you arrived in America doesn't match where you said you were going to go on your non-immigrant visa, on your DS-160. And so they've gotten much more clever in figuring out what people are actually up to. And if you got a visit visa or a student visa under false pretenses, if you didn't do what you said you were going to do, if you didn't fulfill your promise, I view that meeting as at the consulate office or in filing out your DS-160, it's sort of a promise. You're promising them that you're going to do this XYZ for the purposes of your visa. If you're not doing that, if you're completely using the non-immigrant visa program to get around our nation's immigration laws, you're going to get in trouble. And USCIS is all on top of it. They've gotten much more sophisticated and much better at digging in deep to see where you went. And I even saw a case last week that I've never seen before. They actually issued subpoenas for leases to see if the couple were living together and to see if the beneficiary went to the address that they said they were going to go to when they got their non-immigrant visas. So whenever I talk to a new lead, you'll see it on our Immigration Answer Show, a new person, you'll see that I ask them their whole immigration history. I want to know, where did you come from? Why did you say you were coming? What did you do when you got here? I've been pushing back a lot more on that, and that's because USCIS has been pushing back on this. So these are the kinds of things that you can make mistakes on, and it can seem insignificant, but it can really lead to big trouble. If you told USCIS that you were going to Rhode Island, but instead you moved in with your uncle in Chicago and went to work at his bodega, you're going to be in a world of hurt because they're going to say that's a misrepresentation, and then you're going to need a waiver, and you're going to have to show extreme hardship to your citizen spouse. It's going to be much, much harder to get your case approved. It's going to be much more expensive, and you're probably going to need a lawyer for that. So you really need to make sure that your immigration history is clean. If you are thinking about applying for an immigration benefit and you're worried about how you entered, you're worried about what it is that you said, and you want our help, give us a call at 314-961-8200 or email us info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. You can also, if you're just looking for free resources, we got a bunch of them. At Immigration Hacking is our handle on TikTok. Find us there. Jim Hacking is my Twitter handle. You can also join our Facebook group. We have 15,000 people there. Going through the immigration process, talking about it. I've also been posting a ton on LinkedIn, so if you want to keep track of my updates, you should really follow me on LinkedIn. We also have the YouTube channel where we post videos like this 3 or 4 times a week, and we also go live on the Immigration Answer Show. That's a show that we love to do almost every day, and you can join us there and ask me an immigration question for free, talk about your situation so that we can educate others about the immigration process. And you can get in the waiting room for that by texting the word SHOW, S-H-O-W, to 314-470-3300. Or you can just wait to see when we send on the alert that we're going live, and we'll see you there. Thanks so much.